You're probably someone who is a new author or someone's writing poetry for the first time, and you're wondering about how come I'm not being recognized more, or why haven't people said good things about the things I've written, um, wrote that poem or that story. How come no one has said anything about it? Excuse me. I can tell you that I'm in the same boat. Actually, I started writing very early on. In fact, I was in middle school now, but junior high school back then, and I would write some good content like poems and short stories. And I've shared the story many times about my homeroom teacher taking an interest in my short stories, and eventually that led to me doing what I do now, writing. All because someone took an interest and was very supportive of my works. Um, and there are times when I read my poems in front of large gatherings, and people would say, "Oh, well, that's good. You know, um, your work is pretty good." And I think I probably shared the story of my campfire experience. Now I'll explain one day, but long story short, everyone at the YMCA campfire in the middle of the San Bernardino Mountains enjoyed the poems. And in fact, there was that one quote from a counselor said that I like your work because it makes me think. So I've had a history of writing for several organizations, several people, different audiences. And here you are. You're watching this video, seeing this face again. If you're not just subscribed, you should do so. But here you are. You're just starting out. You're just writing your first poem. You're reading it to yourself, and you think it sounds good. Or you're just writing your first short story or a long story, and you think that's pretty good what you wrote. It's writing to you is something that I don't know. I can't really say what your writing is to you, but it's something that you did that makes you feel good. It makes you pass the time. Really, just felt like, hey, unlike myself, who wrote because of getting rid of loneliness, you felt different in the way that you've written that piece, and or maybe you just wrote it because you have dreams of becoming an author one day, which is very possible with the technology we have now. But anyway, you wrote this and you're wondering why hasn't anyone said anything positive about your work, or no one has said anything about your work. You read it, they say that's nice, but no one has taken the time to really say, hey, I really like your work. I want to read more of it. You don't have that ninth grade homeroom teacher supporting you the way that I was very fortunate to have, or anyone else who may have been writing or is writing because someone in their life, it doesn't have to be a homeroom teacher, has decided to support this individual, and they've gone on to do great things with their works. But I'm just here to tell you that don't worry, don't give up. I mean, we've all been there. I know I've been there a lot. Let me tell you, I'm an old guy, and I've been writing for a long time, and I'm not the most recognizable. In fact, there are people that I've known personally who said, man, you should get more recognition. People should really know who you are. You write good stuff. People should know. And I'm very pleased with the numbers that, I have so far. Would I like them to become bigger? Of course. We all want the same numbers as the best selling authors or people who write constantly. But until they come, all you can just do is keep writing and just keep writing, knowing that if you improve your work, improve your content, hopefully the numbers will come. I really believe that people like good work, positive work, work that makes them feel good about themselves, work that makes them think, and also just something that reflects the human nature in all of us. And again, makes us feel pretty good. People always respond to a positive piece rather than a negative piece. I know the negative pieces now are all the clickbait articles and everything out there, doom and gloom. But writing a positive story or writing a positive poem or anything that's positive will bring people to your side. So never forget, keep it in the positive, and that will flow no matter what. So all I can just encourage you to do is to keep writing, because I know how it is. Trust me, I know how you feel. You feel as if you're writing all this time and then nothing's quite happening. But never give up. Always do it for yourself first and foremost, because if you do it for yourself, then you're not worried about your numbers. You're worried about writing for yourself, and that makes you feel good. When you start writing things in order to capture an audience, you might put a little pressure on yourself. And when you do that, then you don't enjoy it as much. And that's when you know that you should learn to enjoy your writing, should learn to enjoy your work. That way, you get something out of it, even if the audience that you hope to come never does. Just write for yourself, write because you see the joy in writing every day, write because after my strokes, I've been writing and it helps with my mental capacity and also helps me think. It helps heal my brain, which is so very important when you're recovering from strokes. So always remember to just keep writing, no matter what. I know we all like the audiences, we all like the recognition, and we see other people getting recognition. That this should never be about that. You focus on you as you're writing. Focus on you as you are moving to the field of being an author. Focus on you when you're writing that poem, that piece, that article, whatever it is, even that essay if you're a college student. Focus on you first. And anyone else who sees a positive in your work, they will follow and they'll tell people about your work. Hopefully, that will cause the effect that it's destined to have, in which you become that person everyone wants to know who you are. So, all I can just share with you and encourage you, don't give up. Continue to write, continue to be at your best, and who knows, maybe you'll be that author or that poet or that writer that everyone's talking about. And wouldn't that be a good thing if you were the one they were talking about? I hope so. So I hope this encourages you. I really hope that this gets you motivated to write even more, to go hard in the paint, and just continue to produce your best work. Don't worry about anyone else. Don't worry about the outside world. Worry about you, and then you'll find that you enjoy it more. The more that you write, the more you sit down, write, and just enjoy the process. So, with that being said, I would like to invite you to check out my own website, which is the banner above. You click that, and also don't forget to subscribe and like this video essay if you enjoy the positive content. Maybe share with your friends who are authors and writers and poets, and um, anyone who is doing the creative work, and help them to understand, hey, look, there's a lot of competition to try to get the audience that you want, but don't worry about that. Just focus on yourself first, and everything else will happen as it should in the long run. So that's all I want to share with you, and I hope that what I've said has encouraged you if you are planning to write or know someone who does. And just again, don't worry about the outside world. Just focus on you, make yourself better, and who knows, maybe one day you have the audience that people will love to be a part of. But until the next time, I want to wish everyone a great day, evening, week, and always in closing, take care.